Amen.
Amen.
We're discussing the relationship between morality and prophecy.
Hovoríme o vzťahu medzi morálkou a proroctvom.
We haven't looked at the definition of prophecy yet,
Ešte sme sa nepozreli na tú definíciu proroctva,
but we have been looking at the definition of morality, at least a basic definition.
ale pozerali sme sa na základnú definíciu morálky.
So if we were to go to Strong's Concordance, no, not Strong's, Webster's Dictionary,
Ak by sme mali sa ísť pozrieť do Websterovho slovníka
and we looked at the word moral,
a pozrieme sa tam na slovo morálny alebo morálka,
the word moral
to slovo
refers to the idea of having manners.
sa týka takej myšlienky, že máme určité spôsoby.
So manners is a way a person behaves.
Vlastne máme spôsob toho, ako sa
So
správame.
in English we would say you should have good manners.
Ako sa hovorí, že mali by sme mať dobré spôsoby.
Good behavior.
Dobre sa správať.
Is that what manner would be in German? Yeah. So then it says that moral or morality,
Potom sa tam píše, že morálka
it relates to the practice
sa týka takej praxe
or the manner
alebo spôsobu
or the conduct.
alebo správania.
Practice, manner or conduct.
Prax, spôsoby a správanie.
And we had a singular synonym for all of them, which was behavior.
A my sme to dali pod jedno slovo a to je správanie.
And so this was the behavior of human beings.
Správanie ľudí alebo ľudských bytostí.
So morality
Takže morálka
is the behavior
je správanie
of social beings.
sociálnych bytostí.
And social having the idea of society.
To má vlastne takú myšlienku spoločnosti.
We could say
Mohli by sme povedať,
relationships.
že sú to vzťahy.
So instead of saying relationship,
Miesto toho, aby sme povedali vzťahy,
we'll say the inter.
povieme tie
Relationship.
medziľudské vzťahy.
The interrelationship between people.
Vzťahy medzi ľuďmi.
So it has this idea of the relationship that people would have one with another.
Morálka má v sebe túto myšlienku vzťahov, aké majú ľudia medzi sebou.
And it's in reference to a specific
A
concept.
týka sa to špeciálneho kontextu.
So it's our manners or behavior
Naše spôsoby alebo správanie
in reference
týkajúc sa
to what?
čoho?
To right
toho, čo je
Or
správne alebo nesprávne.
So when we gave that definition,
A
or that part of the definition,
táto časť tej definície,
we see that morality,
tu vidíme, že
because it has the
morálka
concept or part of the definition is to do with right and wrong.
má v sebe ten koncept toho, že je to správne alebo nesprávne.
Morality is connected to what part of our being.
A to sa týka ktorej časti našej bytosti.
Which part of our nature?
Ktorej časti našej prirodzenosti.
Good.
To je naše svedomie.
So it's connected to our conscience.
Má to spojitosť so svedomím.
Because our conscience
Naše svedomie
has what property?
má akú vlastnosť?
It knows the difference between right and wrong.
Aby sme vedeli rozdiel medzi správnym a
And
nesprávnym.
what else
A
does
ešte
it
čo?
have? What other property?
Akú ešte vlastnosť má
Yesterday we said
svedomie?
guilt.
Guilt.
Gestern haben wir Schuld.
Spôsobuje v nás
Do you
pocit
feel
viny.
guilty?
Cítime sa vinní, keď sa ozve naše
And
svedomie.
guilt is a feeling
Vina je pocit,
that's bad.
ktorý je zlý.
So it has the ability to make you feel bad
Svedomie má ako keby schopnosť spôsobiť, že
if
sa
you do something wrong,
cítime zle, keď si uvedomíme, že sme
And
spravili niečo
has the ability
nesprávne.
to make you feel at least normal or natural if you do right.
A cítime sa normálne alebo tak prirodzene, keď konáme správne.
Now the Bible speaks about having our consciences seared.
Biblia hovorí o tom, že mať naše svedomie zapečatené.
So I'll explain what the word means.
Či seared, to je niečo iné.
So having our consciences seared,
Mať naše...
let's go to the verse.
Poďme sa pozrieť do verša,
Find it.
kde sa to píše.
First Timothy chapter 4 verse 2. We'll find the word in German.
Je to 1. Timoteova 4, druhý verš.
So the word seared.
1. Timoteova 4, verš 2. Aha, majúc
That's it?
žhavo
Is it
poznačené vlastné svedomie.
So it just
Že nie
says
zapečatené,
what kind
ale
of mark?
poznačené.
Gebrand mark. Okay. So I thought it was just marked. It's not just marked. So this idea of searing,
Táto myšlienka poznačenia svedomia,
if you sear
keď
something,
niečo poznačíme,
it means to burn
je to, robí sa to vlastne s tým takým žhavidlom,
with
takým
some
tým
kind of
horúcim.
mark.
Vypáli sa znamenie.
So if you had a steak,
Čiže keď máme napríklad
it
rezeň,
had these grill marks on it.
taký grillovaný, tak tam má tie také značky po grille.
By the way,
Mimochodom,
trivial information,
informácia.
one of the most popular meats in America is chicken.
Jedno z najpopulárnejších mäs v Amerike je kura.
And most fast food restaurants have some kind of chicken burger.
A
fillet, chicken
väčšina
fillet
fast
or
foodov
something like
majú
that.
nejaký kurací burger.
So we wouldn't call it a steak, we'd call it a fillet.
My to nenazývame rezeň, my to nazývame,
And if you're going to cook
teraz nejak ináč povedal.
this chicken fillet,
A keď robíte tento kurací rezeň,
you can do it two ways.
máte na to dva spôsoby.
It's got nothing to do with our study.
Toto teraz nesúvisí s našim štúdiom.
Trivial information.
To je len taká informácia.
How would you cook it?
Ako to uvaríte alebo upečiete?
Two ways.
Máte dve možnosti.
We
My
should
sme
be
tu
experts on
vegáni,
all
čo sa nás
subjects.
pýtaš? My na to nie sme experti.
So that when you want to do your burger,
Takže keď si chcete spraviť,
your vegan burger, you know how to do it.
keď si vy chcete spraviť svoj burger, ako to robíte?
We don't know. Grill.
Buď na grille,
They would never bake.
nepečú to,
What would they do?
buď na grille, alebo
Fry.
sa to vysmaží.
You would grill or fry.
To sú dve možnosti.
And people do not like grilled.
Ľudia nemajú radi grill,
Doesn't taste nice.
nemá to dobrú chuť.
Frying is the way to go, always.
Väčšinou to majú radi smažené.
So they fry the chicken.
Tak to usmažia to kura.
The problem is,
Problém je,
if you fry,
že keď sa to
it
smaží,
gives the connotation of being unhealthy.
tak má to v sebe ten potom toho, že je to nezdravé.
Yeah. So what they do is,
Tak to, čo spravia,
they deep fry them.
že ich predpražia,
Then they get this. Do you know what like a spatula is?
potom zoberú
Looks
takú
like
tú
this.
lopatku
Yeah,
alebo
that's what we do.
paličku, čo sa to
So
obracia
they
s
get this
tým.
spatula with slits in it like this.
Ktorá má také tie čiarky.
They get the spatula, put it over the fried burger, fill it.
Dajú to na ten smážený
They have a
burger.
pot of black paint.
Do
Put this
čierneho
over there,
hrnca
and they brush the fillet with this black paint.
a potom tam ostanú tie otlačky
So you have the grill marks.
a vyzerá to ako grillované.
It's true.
Naozaj sa to tak robí.
No, that's your health nugget for the day. We should know that. I'm going to leave that on there. That's important information.
Please write over it that it's about the chicken. Write down specifically not vegan.
Yeah, work anyway. They're like, so, seared means a burn mark.
Čiže toto označenie, ktoré má naše svedomie,
And
to je s tým,
there's this idea that you have this
tým
organ in your
ako keby
body.
je to vypálené.
You don't.
Ako keby sme mali orgán v
Called the
našom tele
conscience. And you've burnt it,
a na to je daná vypálená značka.
destroyed it. Yeah? So we burnt the conscience, this organ,
keby-
but it's not a real
Keby
organ.
sme vlastne spálili to svedomie, tak ho zničíme.
And I think it accurately translates it in the German.
Myslím, že správne sa to aj prekladá v nemčine,
It's done with a hot iron,
že sa to robí s tým horúcim železom. My tu máme, že
like
žhávo
you would brand
poznačené.
an animal.
S takým značia zvieratá.
So you get this hot iron,
S týmto horúcim železom
put it in a fire,
dáme ho do ohňa,
get it red hot, and then you would
až sa
burn
začervená
the flesh of the animal.
a s tým sa vlastne značí telo zvierat.
So this searing
A toto žhávo poznačené svedomie,
word gives this connotation not just of burning something,
to je vlastne to, že není to iba tá značka,
but this specific idea of a certain marking pattern.
teda, ale není tam len to horúce v tom slove, ale aj to, že je to horúco poznačené.
Because if you cook
Žhávo
this chicken
poznačené u
fillet
nás. Keď robíme ten kuráci rezeň
and you overcooked it, it would be seared, it would be burnt.
a keby si to prehnal, tak to bude
But when we think about
spálené.
it, we want to see these black marks.
My tam chceme mať len tie čierne čiarky.
Because it has this certain appeal to it.
To má určitý taký význam.
So, Morality
Morálka
is the behavior
je správanie
of social beings,
sociálnych bytostí.
and it's connected to our relationships one to another.
A je to spojené s našimi medziľudskými vzťahmi.
And it's in reference to right and wrong,
A týka sa to správneho a nesprávneho.
which is connected to the faculty that we have, which we call conscience.
Čo je spojené s tou našou schopnosťou, ktorú máme nazvanú
Part of
svedomie.
our nature.
To je súčasťou našej prírodzenosti.
It's not physical.
Nie je fyzická.
And a conscience
Svedomie
understands right and wrong,
rozumie tomu, čo je správne a nesprávne
and it makes you feel guilty if you do the wrong one.
a spôsobuje, že sa cítime vinne, ak spravíme niečo zlé.
What Bible reference did we go to?
Do ktorého biblického verša sme išli?
The card? Bible reference?
4.
That was chapter. What book?
Yes, but 4.
Oh, the one we just read. I thought you gave me the right chapters. Chapter 4.
Yes, but
We just read one Bible verse so far
Čítali sme jeden biblický verš
in our class.
v našej hodine.
is your last class?
No, just that. Before we spoke about, I know this got you thinking in other directions.
Revelation 14? No?
You probably can't remember. Brother Roland?
1. Timotheus 4,2.
1.
Good.
Timotej
1 Timothy
4:2.
4:2. We have our consciences seared or burnt.
Máme žhavo poznačené naše svedomie.
But
Až
it's not like an
spálené.
overcooked burger.
To nie je ako prepečený burger.
It's not just blackened.
Je to proste vyčiernené.
This idea of searing is a burn mark.
Vyčiernená značka.
And so what's the word picture trying to describe when you sear a conscience?
Čo sa snaží popísať tento obraz, keď máme takto poznačené svedomie? S
Before we answer
takýmto
that,
horúcim železom.
Sister Sue Ellen,
Predtým, ako odpovieme,
when you sear
keď
something,
niečo takto poznačíš,
when you brand them,
vlastne
what is the purpose of
označkuješ to,
branding?
aký to má zámer, prečo to robíš,
What does it show?
o čo tu ide.
Excellent.
Výborne. Tým
Shows possession.
vlastne ukazujeme, že to vlastníme, keď
So
si
when your
niečo
conscience
poznačíme.
is seared,
Keď je naše svedomie takto
Sister
poznačené,
what does that mean?
čo to znamená?
This word picture, our consciences are seared.
To je obraz toho, že toto naše svedomie je poznačené.
Before you answer,
Predtým, ako odpoviete,
Brother Carl, the Bible verse,
biblický verš, brat Karol.
2?
book.
The last book, we say?
Just give us the Bible reference we spoke about a minute ago. Remember?
About the seal of God?
Not the seal of God. Our consciences are seared.
Oh, 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy,
To je z 1. Timotejovej 4.2.
4,
verse 2.
Excellent.
Vers 2.
Okay.
Sister Samir?
Schwester Tamina.
Then the conscience belongs to someone.
To
If it's
znamená,
seared.
že to svedomie niekomu patrí.
Can you say it a little bit clearer?
When seared means that it's about possession, then if the
Keď takéto značkovanie vyjadruje vlastne majetok, že
then
niekomu
if
tá
the
vec patrí,
conscience is seared, then it belongs to someone.
tak to
Somebody
svedomie
takes
potom
possession
niekomu
of it.
patrí.
Wenn gebrandmarkt wird, dann gehört es jemandem. Jemand übernimmt den Besitz.
So your conscience doesn't belong to you.
Takže tvoje svedomie nepatrí tebe?
Yes and no.
Ja, und
Aj áno, aj nie.
Lane?
erkläre.
Yes, it belongs to me,
Ja, es gehört mir.
but I know that I subdue either to the will of Satan or God.
Patrí mne, ale ja ho buď podriadím
So let's
satanovi
not get
alebo Bohu.
moralistic about
Nicht global darüber werden,
just the word picture.
sondern nur das Wort Bild.
Conscience belongs to me.
Nechoďme takto až do
conscience.
takéhoto rozmeru. Povedzme,
Tak.
čo hovorí len to slovo, ten obraz toho slova.
But it's it can be marked.
Which is?
Že to
Which is
môže byť
possession.
označené, to znamená, že niekomu patrí.
Can be. Might be. Will be.
I think so.
Môže
Which one?
byť, alebo bude.
It can be.
So it might not be.
Čiže myslíš, že nemusí
will
byť,
be.
hej?
It will be.
Alebo bude.
So your conscience will be seared
Also dein Gewissen
Takže tvoje svedomie bude poznačené
by somebody.
niekým.
So someone will own your
Niekto bude
conscience.
vlastniť tvoje svedomie.
Sounds so bad.
It sounds bad, doesn't it?
To znie dosť zle, že?
You had your hand up? Someone had their hand up, I thought. No? We're okay with that?
Súhlasíme
So if
zatiaľ?
your conscience is seared,
To
it
svedomie
means
je
someone owns
poznačené.
that,
Niekto ho bude vlastniť.
which means someone owns you.
To znamená, že niekto vlastní vás.
And in the context of this passage,
V kontexte tejto pasáže
it's negative.
je to negatívne.
It's a negative branding.
Je to negatívna značka.
So when we think about branding,
Keď hovoríme o označení,
give me a Spirit of Prophecy quote.
dajte mi citát ducha prorockého.
This is to mean it. Don't look.
Nepozeraj sa.
We know what it is.
My vieme, čo to je.
No. Nope. We haven't done it in our class.
Nie, ešte sme to nerobili na hodine.
What is this?
Čo je toto?
No. This. What is this? Good.
To je taká,
Yeah, the quote.
to je taká tá... To železo,
Was it
s ktorým sa
80.4 or
značí.
you said
We
no?
haven't
It's
done it in our class.
the Revelation 14 verse 9.
Spirit of Prophecy quote.
Es ist ein Geist der
Daj mi
Weisheit.
citát od sestry Vajtovej,
Then
ktorú...
it's about the seal of God will. As soon as everyone is sealed, then the shaking will come.
No.
I don't
Has to do with brand.
Huh?
Has to do
Brand?
with the
Es hat das
brand.
Wort Brand.
Tomu slovu
We haven't. It's not
značka.
in your notes. Don't look. It's not in your notes. Just what I thought someone might know.
I'm really bad with remembering references. I'm
Sister
better.
May, you know.
Hej?
Test ministers.
TM.
Minister. Prediger.
Try finding it.
Which one?
So while she's looking,
Also während
Zatiaľ, čo sa ona pozerá,
we're not looking at the conscience,
Yeah.
but we see it has similar properties. It's connected to the subject of morality.
nebudeme sa pozerať na svedomie, ale je to prepojené s tou témou morálky.
$38.2.
Good.
TM
I don't think this is in the German, is
38,
it?
druhý odstavec.
No, doesn't
I
exist.
don't think it exists. Could you read that to us?
Just that sentence?
The paragraph is nice, I think.
Môžeš nám to prečítať?
Okay. It's quite long.
Oh, then just do the portion that's relevant, more than the sentence.
Okay.
Maybe a sentence before, sentence after. Your best judgment.
Okay. At the same time, Satan represents the people of God as great sinners and presents before God the list of sins he has tempted them to commit through their lifetime and urges that because of their transgressions, they be given into his hands to destroy. He urges that they should not be protected by ministering angels against the confederacy of evil. He is full of anger because he cannot bind the people of God into bundles with the world to render to him complete allegiance. Kings and rulers and governors have placed upon themselves the brand of Antichrist and are represented as the dragon who goes to make war with the saints, with those who keep the commandments of God and who have the faith of Jesus.
So, if someone can get that quote, that reference,
Ak by mohol niekto zobrať tento odkaz,
and give it to Sister Kathy
a dá to Kathy.
because she's making a list of all these important quotes, and this is
Ona
one of
robí
them.
zoznam.
The Testimony of Ministers is a nice one. Were you able to find it?
Našiel si ho? To sú svedectvá pre kazateľov.
Why is this important?
Prečo je toto dôležité?
Who's it talking about?
O kom sa tu píše?
Basically, that these kings, rulers, and governors, they are owned by the Antichrist because they have the brand of the Antichrist.
Králi, vládcovia
So the people who rule the world,
a tí, čo vládnu, majú
And it's-
značku toho
who's ruling the world?
Antikrista. Takže
Sister
patrí
Catherine?
Antikristovi.
who rules the world? Got the passage in front of you?
Kto teda vládne vo svete?
Do you have it in front of you, Brother Carl?
I looking for.
Brother Jim, you have it in front of you?
Yeah, but I don't see it.
Okay. See if you can locate it. Can you locate it, Sister Sue Ellen?
Who rules the world?
Starts with kings,
Yeah,
the sentence.
kings and rulers
You
and
found it?
governors.
Králi,
You help Brother
vládcovia,
Jim to
sudcovia.
locate it.
teda
Just
tí,
press
čo
the
vládnu.
first word. Or...
Kings.
Okay.
You found it?
Yeah.
Who are the rulers?
Kto sú tí vládcovia?
List them out for us.
Kings and
Kings.
rulers and rulers,
Rulers.
governors.
Králi,
Governors.
vládcovia
Okay.
a tí takí,
So
čo
it's three
vládnu.
types of rulers.
Sú tu tri typy vládcov.
And what I like to do
To, čo ja rád robím,
is to put them into three types of government.
je dať ich ako keby do troch zložiek vlády.
The first one
Prvá,
is obviously a monarchy,
to je monarchia,
which is a dictatorship, really.
diktátorstvo.
And the other two,
Ďalšie dva
one would be socialistic,
sú socialisti
and the other one would be
a
capitalist.
to ďalšie kapitalisti.
Awesome variation of this theme.
One is socialistic,
Nejaké
the other one is
variácie toho.
capitalistic.
Ich weiß ja, dass das eine sozialistisch ist und das andere kapitalistisch.
I'm not saying those, but I'm not saying you can identify which one is which.
Yeah.
You probably could do through the symbology.
Ja teraz nevravím, že ktorý symbolizuje čo.
But I think the idea is it's talking about all forms of government.
Ja si myslím, že tá myšlienka je, že sa tu hovorí o všetkých formách vlády.
So you aren't safe.
Nie si v bezpečí.
You might think you live in a democracy and you've got some protection. There's no protection.
Keď si myslíš, že žiješ v demokracii a máš nejakú ochranu, to neexistuje nejaká ochrana.
All forms of government will submit.
Všetky formy vlády sa podriadia.
Why?
Prečo?
Why will all forms of government submit?
Prečo sa podriadia?
Now, even though we might not understand the fulfillment of this passage,
Aj keď možno nerozumieme ešte plne náplneniu tejto pasáže,
because it's a prophetic statement, it must have some relevancy at the end of the world.
lebo je to prorocký výrok, musí mať musí byť v niečom významný na konci sveta.
It's not like Deuteronomy 22 verse 5,
Nie ako 5. Mojžišova 22.5,
which is an Old Testament rule or law
čo je zákon starého zákona,
that we have to determine if we will obey or disobey today.
na ktorom sa musíme rozhodnúť, či ho máme dnes počúvať alebo nie.
And Sister Catherine, should we obey it or disobey?
Mali by sme to počúvať alebo
Deuteronomy
nepočúvať.
22 verse 5.
5. Mojžišova 22.5.
Should disobey it.
Neposlúchať.
And that troubles people.
A s tým majú ľudia problém.
Deuteronomy 22 verse 5 says what?
5. Mojžišova 22.5 hovorí čo?
Janice?
You should not wear men's clothes and the other way around.
Frauen sollten
Good.
nicht
Že
Männerkleider
žena nemá
anziehen,
nosiť
wie im
mužské
Übrigen.
oblečenie.
We shouldn't wear each other's clothes.
Nemáme si navzájom nosiť oblečenie.
And we say that verse no longer, that rule, that law no longer applies today.
A my hovoríme, že toto pravidlo sa už neaplikuje dnes.
People have problems with
A
that
ľudia s tým majú problém,
because they think we're destroying God's word.
že vraj ničíme Božie slovo.
But those people who would accuse us of such statements,
Ale tí, ktorí nás z toho obviňujú,
they pick and choose which laws or rules they want to follow.
oni si tiež vyberajú, ktoré pravidlá chcú oni nasledovať.
But the passage that we speak about here
A-
is different.
Ale pasáž, o ktorej hovoríme tu, je iná.
This is a prediction of the end of the world.
To je predpoveď o konci sveta.
And it says there will be a relationship between the kings on planet Earth
Ktorá hovorí, že bude vzťah medzi kráľmi na tejto zemi.
shouldn't say kings,
To by sme nemali tak povedať, že kráľmi,
the rulers.
ale tými vládcami.
Those three forms of
Sú
government.
3 typy vlád
There's no safety to be found
a nikde nie je bezpečie.
because they're all going to say the same thing
Lebo oni všetci povedia tú istú vec
or behave in the same way.
a budú sa správať rovnako.
We okay with that?
Súhlasíme?
Because they're all owned by someone.
A všetci patria niekomu.
Sister Sue Ellen, who owns them?
Komu patria?
In the passage.
V tej pasáži.
So Satan does,
Satan.
but it says
Satanovi patria.
Antichrist.
the Antichrist. Good.
Antikristovi.
It says the Antichrist owns them because they've got the Antichrist brand.
Antikrist ich vlastní, pretože majú jeho značku.
So if you cut them open,
Ak by ste ich otvorili
found their conscience,
a pozreli do ich svedomia,
it would say AC on it.
nájdeme tam Antikrist.
Okay? But as a person thinks,
Ako človek rozmýšľa,
so are they
taký je
in their behavior.
vo svojom správaní.
And therefore,
A teda
we can talk about this brand being in their conscience,
môžeme hovoriť o tejto značke, že je vo svedomí,
but all of us
ale
know
my všetci vieme,
that our clothes are a statement of our beliefs.
že naše oblečenie sú výrazom toho, čomu veríme.
Or the things that we like,
Alebo toho, čo máme radi.
which is why everybody likes wearing logos.
Preto ľudia majú radi nosiť všelijaké logá.
Yeah, logos. I like that. Yeah. I do that all the time. There's logos. I said, oh, logos. Because they say it with an accent. So, these people are going to wear the logo,
Títo ľudia budú nosiť logo,
so they'll wear their normal clothes,
majú svoje normálne oblečenie
and they're all going to put these T-shirts on, like people tend to do,
a všetci si na seba dajú trička
at a rally. And it won't say MAGA.
a tam to nepovie MAGA.
What's MAGA? Oh, you don't know? Oh, good. You're not the only person. I'd got no idea either.
Ani ja som nevedel, čo to
Sister
znamená.
May. Sister Suaden, help us.
Make America great again.
Good.
Urobte Ameriku znova veľkou.
Sister Catherine, said like a true socialist. Well done. You're converted. You're one of us. Now these people are going to say,
Títo ľudia povedia,
we love the Antichrist.
my milujeme
So
Antichrista.
they're all going to wear these T-shirts or these baseball caps. AC.
Tam majú to na tých čiapkách.
So I like this quote. It's a really nice quote.
Veľmi sa mi páči tento citát.
Because the Antichrist is going to do what to these
Antikrist spraví
people?
čo?
I'll finish this. I'll start the sentence. You finish it.
Ja to začnem a vy dokončíte tú vetu.
Sister Janice. The Antichrist
Antikrist
will tell the kings
povie kráľom,
What is
Čo je
Their brand. What is right and what is wrong.
excellent?
On im povie, čo je správne a čo nesprávne.
Antichrist will tell you what is right and what is wrong.
Antikrist vám povie, čo je správne a čo je nesprávne.
Brother Roland,
Roland?
how will he do that?
Ako by si to spravil?
How will he burn your conscience with his mark?
Ako by si vypálil svedomie s tou svojou značkou?
What mechanism or tool does he use?
Aký na to používa nástroj?
Durch Beziehungen.
Through relationships.
Cez vzťahy?
He likes using this. So he's going to use what? To twist our brains. The generic term we would use? Information.
Informácie.
Good. He would use information
Bude používať informácie,
to burn into our consciences what is right and what is
aby
wrong.
vypálil do nášho svedomia to, čo je správne a nesprávne.
And it's extremely difficult
Je to veľmi ťažké
to avoid.
sa tomu vyhnúť.
It's like a black hole.
Je to ako čierna diera.
It's inescapable.
Neuniknutelné.
Sister May? Brainwashing.
Vymývanie
Exactly.
mozgu.
We're brainwashed.
To je to, čo sa s
We're
nami
brainwashed
deje.
by our relationships,
A tiež aj vo vzťahoch.
either in the real world
Či v skutočnom svete,
or the virtual world.
alebo vo virtuálnom.
Because can you tell the difference now?
Viete už teraz spraviť medzi tým rozdiel?
No.
Nie.
We're all into social media,
Všetci sme na sociálnych médiách
and you can't tell if this person is even real or
a
not.
neviete ani, či tento človek je skutočný alebo nie.
In the olden days, we'd call them robots.
Kedy si sme ich nazývali roboti
What are they called now?
a dnes
Bots. They just always cut things down. So they're called bots.
bots, to neviem čo.
It's just like short for robot. They're not real people,
Nie sú to skutoční ľudia,
and they have their ability to, like spies, to infiltrate into your conscience,
ale infiltrujú do svedomia, podvedomia
like a virus.
ako vírus.
They're unstoppable.
Nedajú sa zastaviť.
It really is. Okay, so we've looked at morality,
Pozerali sme sa na morálku,
and we said
povedali sme,
it's the relationship of social beings.
že sú to vzťahy sociálnych
But the
bytostí.
definition that we had
Definícia, ktorú sme mali
from Webster.
od Webstera,
Oh, it's here. The word moral is applicable to actions that are good or evil.
to slovo morálka je aplikovateľné na skutky, ktoré sú správne alebo nesprávne.
If it's good or evil,
Keď je to správne alebo
it has a
nesprávne,
reference to what?
týka sa to čoho?
So good and evil. But if it's what is good and what is
Čo je
evil,
dobré a čo je zlé?
how do you know what good and evil is?
Ako viete, čo je dobré a čo je zlé?
Someone has to program you first.
Niekto ťa musí najprv naprogramovať.
So he says,
Takže on hovorí,
has reference to the law of God
že to má vzťah k Božiemu zákonu.
as the standard by which their character is determined.
Ako štandard, podľa ktorého sa rozlišuje povaha alebo charakter.
Sister May, what is character?
Čo je to charakter?
Feeling and thinking. Build
Naše myslenie
character.
a
Your thoughts and
pocity.
your feelings.
Myšlienky a pocity.
So,
Takže,
it's in reference to God's law.
keď sa to týka Božieho zákona,
Here's your feeling.
tu je pocit,
We're going to check
pozrieme sa,
if it's good or bad.
či je dobrý alebo zlý.
And the way to check if it's good or bad is you take this feeling and you check it against God's
law.
Zoberieme tento pocit a vlastne ako keby to porovnáme s
Then you
Božím
get this
zákonom.
thought
Potom myšlienky
and you check that against
a
God's law.
tiež to bude skontrolované s Božím zákonom.
Now, these people
Títo ľudia
from testimonies to ministers,
z
what's their
zo
reference point?
svedectiev pre kazateľov, čo je pre nich ten hlavný, podľa čoho sa kontrolujú oni?
Antichrist.
Antikrist.
They're going to go to Antichrist to find out what is right and wrong.
Oni pôjdu k Antikristovi, aby zistili, čo je správne a nesprávne.
So, social beings, interrelationships.
Sociálne bytosti a medziľudské vzťahy.
We'll take this idea,
Vezmeme túto myšlienku,
relationships,
vzťahy,
and we say
a povieme,
this is the relationships that we have,
že toto sú vzťahy, ktoré máme,
God
Boh
and human.
a ľudia.
So as soon as we start thinking about God and humans,
Keď začneme takto rozmýšľať o Bohu a ľuďoch,
when we start thinking about morality,
začneme rozmýšľať o morálke,
we have to decide
musíme sa rozhodnúť,
what is good
čo je dobré
and bad and good
a čo je dobré a čo je
and
zlé.
bad. And are they the same?
Sú rovnakí?
No, they're not the
Nie,
same.
to nie je to isté.
What God thinks is good
To, čo si Boh myslí, že je dobré,
would not be the same as what a human would think is
nie je
good,
to isté, čo si človek myslí, že je dobré.
and vice versa.
A naopak.
So I'm a human,
Ja som človek
and I would say,
a poviem,
just come and bow,
poď a poklon sa mi,
kiss my feet.
poboskaj mi nohy.
And you'd say, forget that.
A ty povieš,
This is
zabudni.
crazy. But if God said that,
Keby to Boh povedal,
we'd be fighting.
by sme sa pobili.
You know, who can get first to kiss his feet?
Kto prvý môže mu poboskať nohy?
Yeah? Because the person who does it first is going to be the one that's blessed.
Ten, kto to spraví prvý, bude požehnaný.
So what we consider right and wrong to be is different.
To, čo zvažujeme, že je správne a nesprávne, je iné pre ľudí, iné
So-
pri Bohu.
What we can do,
To, čo môžeme spraviť,
because we looked at law,
keď sa pozrieme na zákon,
we can apply the law of God here.
môžeme tu aplikovať Boží zákon.
The 4 laws for God
4 patria Bohu
and the 6 laws for a
a
human.
6 ľuďom.
These laws,
Tieto zákony,
do any of them say, don't eat pork?
hovoria niektoré z nich nejedz bravčové?
No.
Nie.
Go to bed early.
Choďte skoro spať.
Exercise a lot.
Majte veľa pohybu.
No.
Nič
You know, what
také.
we do
To, čo my robíme,
is, I'm not saying we're totally wrong,
ja nevravím, že toto je úplne zlé z našej
but it is a
strany,
manipulation.
ale je to určitá manipulácia.
We go to these
Keď
verses,
ideme do týchto veršov,
open our Bibles. Which chapter are we in,
v ktorej kapitole sme?
Brother Carl?
Karol,
Which book?
v ktorej knihe?
Then which chapter?
Und welches Kapitel?
To explain what? To explain what?
This story. What is this picture of?
Toto je obrázok čoho?
Maybe my picture work isn't very good.
Vielleicht ist mein Bildwerk nicht so gut.
Brother Jim? What's this the picture work? Tell us the picture work.
Ten Commandments.
To je
These are
10
Ten
kázaní.
Commandments.
Also das sind die 10 Gebote.
You're okay with that?
Áno.
Bist du damit einverstanden?
Do you know what book?
Weißt du in welchem Buch?
Kde je to napísané?
Exodus.
2. Mojžišová, 20. kapitola.
Sister Dahlia, help him.
Dalia ti pomôže.
20. And we're looking at these 6.
Pozeráme sa na týchto 6
And
prikázaní.
what we could do sometimes,
Čo by sme mohli niekedy
we do
urobiť,
it often,
alebo často,
we say commandment number 6
povieme 6.
is
prikázanie.
what,
To je čo?
Sister Catherine?
Katrin?
Okay, you can look.
I shall not kill.
Thou shalt not kill.
Zabiješ.
And we say,
A my povieme,
There it is.
tu je to.
Don't eat pork
Nie jedz bravčové.
because you'll kill yourself.
Zabíjaš sa.
Now, that commandment does not mean that.
To prikázanie to
Right.
nemyslí. Alebo
Or
nehovorí.
mosquitoes. So, this commandment does not talk about self-harm.
Toto prikázanie nehovorí o ubližovaní sebe.
Doesn't mean
To neznamená,
don't wear this t-shirt in cold weather,
nenoste toto tričko v zime,
expose your arms,
dajte si
damage your circulation and die.
holé ruky a zničte si cirkuláciu a zomrite.
We shouldn't manipulate these commandments
Nemali by sme manipulovať tieto prikázania,
because these commandments
lebo tieto prikázania
are dealing with what subject?
sa
Brother
zaoberajú
Roland?
s čím?
the 6 commandments.
Týchto 6
Morality.
s morálkou.
All of them are dealing with morality,
Všetky sú o morálke,
Oh,
specifically.
ale zvlášť
from man to man.
sú
Excellent.
to prikázania, ktoré sa
man
týkajú
or
medzi
human to
ľuďmi,
human.
od človeka k človeku.
And Sister Llewellyn, what does that commandment say?
Čo hovorí toto prikázanie?
That one being all of them combined.
Keď všetkých skombinujeme.
Could you repeat the question?
Sure.
The first part?
Ešte raz to zopakuj, prosím, tú
I'll ask
otázku.
it a different way.
Spýtam sa to inak.
You already gave us the answer before.
Ty vieš odpoveď.
All of these commandments can be,
You mean all the 6? Just the 6?
yes.
Všetky tieto prikázania môžu byť v jednom.
Love your neighbor as yourself?
No.
No. Oh.
Miluj bližného
Do
ako
unto
seba
others as you
samého.
would have them do unto you.
Good.
Robte druhým to, čo chcete, aby robili vám.
We'll call this,
Toto nazveme
I don't know where we get it from, the golden rule.
zlaté pravidlo.
Do unto others as you'd have them do to you.
Robte druhým to, čo chcete, aby robili oni vám.
If we were all good,
Ak sme všetci dobrí,
we could say,
môžeme povedať,
what?
čo?
If we liked ourselves.
Že sa máme radi?
Jesus calls all those 6 what?
A všetkých týchto 6 by sme mohli nazvať ako?
Love,
Láska.
what's the problem with that?
Aký je s tým problém?
The problem with what?
What's
Why
the
we
problem
cannot
with
say
that,
that?
with that commandment?
Aký je problém s tým prikázaním?
To love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Milovať svojho bližného, ako milujete seba samého.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay?
Neviem, čo ty myslíš. Ak nemáš
Yes.
rád seba, nemôžeš mať rád bližného.
We're all smiling in this
Všetci
class,
sa tu na seba usmievame.
and someone looks a little bit sad,
Niektorí vyzerajú smutní.
and you'd go and sit next to them,
Pôjdeš si vedľa nich sadnúť
and you'd say,
a
"Are
povieš,
you okay?"
všetko v poriadku?
You put your arm around them,
Objímeš ich
and your sister would begin to cry
a tvoja sestra začne plakať
and break down.
a sa rozloží.
And then she starts to pour out all of her heartache and her misery,
A vyleje ti všetky svoje bôle srdca,
her broken heart.
gebrochenes Herz,
zlomené
Herzen
srdce.
wird alles dir erzählen.
And you realize really quickly
A veľmi rýchlo si
Schnell
uvedomíš,
realisieren,
all of these smiles are all fake
že
dass
tieto
alle
úsmevy
diese
sú tu
Lächeln
falošné.
alle falsch sind.
because people mostly do not love themselves.
Denn die
Lebo
meisten
väčšinou
Leute
ľudia
tun
sami
sich nicht
seba
selber
nemajú
lieben.
radi.
Even physically, we don't like our appearance,
Ani
Auch
fyzicky sa
physisch
sami
tun wir
sebe
unser
nepáčime.
Auftreten nicht mögen.
especially when you get to my age.
Hlavne,
Speziell,
keď ste v
wenn du
mojom
zu
veku.
meinem Alter kommst.
So people don't really love themselves,
Ľudia naozaj nemajú radi sami seba.
but Jesus says it, so we believe it.
Ale Ježiš tomu hovorí,
So I'm
tak
just using
hovorí,
the
tak
golden
tomu
rule. It's
veríme.
just this variation on the same thought.
To je variácia jednej
And
myšlienky.
what's special about this?
A čo je na tomto také zvláštne?
This law.
Na tomto zákone?
What's special about it?
Čo je na tom také zvláštne?
Equality,
Rovnosť?
like that.
To sa mi páči.
They got these commandments,
Majú tieto
and they
prikázania.
got a pair of scissors,
Keby sme mali
and they cut them.
nožničky, tak to by ich
And all these
roztrihli.
ones are about what subject?
Tieto sú o ktorej téme?
Us.
Tieto sú o nás.
And all these ones?
A tieto
God.
o Bohu.
So what did they cut out of all of this?
A čo stade vyrezali? Čo stade vystrihli?
What did they cut out?
Was schneiden Sie
Čo
raus?
vystrihli?
God.
They cut out God.
Sie schneiden
Odstrihli Boha z
God
tých
isn't
vzťahov.
here.
Gott ist nicht hier.
God is not in this story.
Boh tu nie je na tej pravej strane.
You don't need to be a Christian.
Du musst
Nemusíš byť
You
kresťan.
don't have to be any religion.
Máš rôzne
Because
náboženstva.
every human being,
jedes menschliche
Každý
from whatever evil society you come from,
z akejkoľvek spoločnosti sa nachádzaš, aj zlej,
even
pochádzaš,
if you're would you call him a gangster,
aj keď
part of
si
a
nejaký
gang,
gangster,
you're an assassin.
alebo nejaký samovrah.
You think of the most evilest person you can,
Ten bombový samovrah, rozmyslíte si o
and they will
nejakom
always
najhoršom
fall into this.
človeku. Vždycky to spadne
That they
sem,
would want people to do to them
že chcú, aby ľudia robili im
what they would do to other
to, čo
people.
oni robia druhým.
Do unto others as you would have them do to you.
Chcete, aby sa k vám druhý tak správali, ako vy sa k ním.
Everybody follows this rule.
Každý následuje toto pravidlo.
You do not need to be a Christian. You do not have any religion.
Na to nemusíte byť kresťan, nemusíte mať ani žiadne náboženstvo.
And we,
A my,
Christians,
kresťania,
have a big problem with that
máme s tým veľký problém,
because we think this must be impossible
lebo my si myslíme, že to je nemožné,
because it's the commandments of God.
lebo to sú Božie prikázania.
But I challenge you, like I've challenged people in the past,
Ja dávam takú výzvu.
check, look
Skontrolujte si
objectively
objektívne
at these commandments, these rules,
tieto pravidla, prikázania
and see if you
a pozrite sa, či vy
or others
alebo iní
can keep these commandments
ich vedia dodržiavať. Môžu.
without being a Christian,
Bez toho, aby boli kresťania.
without having a conscious commitment or affirmation of God.
Bez toho, aby mali
Affirmation means a
nejaké
commitment to
vedomé uznanie Boha.
You don't need to worship God to be able to do all of this.
Nemusíte uctievať Boha na to, aby ste vedeli robiť toto.
It's inbuilt in us.
Je to v nás vbudované.
So the right commandments are just about to be a good person, and the left part is about just they're special towards our religion.
So the yellow
Čiže to na pravej strane je, že si dobrý človek a
Just
na
to be
ľavej
good
je to,
person
že
generally.
vlastne
to
patríš Bohu.
treat people the way you want them to treat you.
To na pravej strane, to žlté je to, že sa správaš k ľuďom tak, ako chceš, aby
You
sa
say
aj k
just
tebe.
be a good person,
Du hast gesagt, einfach eine gute Person zu sein.
yes,
Áno,
but all of it's about being good
si dobrý človek,
because it's either right or wrong.
Buď je to správne,
Good
alebo
or bad.
nesprávne.
So it's all about good.
Toto celé je o tom
But
správnom.
these ones
Tieto tu
have a certain property.
majú určitú vlastnosť.
You don't need a religion for that, but the right ones, that's where you have to believe in God.
Čiže na tej pravej strane tam nepotrebuješ náboženstvo. Na
So
tej
now we'll
ľavej
look at
áno.
this one.
Jetzt schauen wir uns dieses hier an.
We've seen the rules are different.
Tu sa
You're not allowed to bow down to each other.
není vám dovolené sa jeden druhému kláňať,
You're required to bow
ale
down.
tuto sa od teba vyžaduje sa pokloniť.
Different rules.
Tu platia iné pravidlá.
It's fine to carry a picture of your loved one,
Môžeš zo sebou nosiť obrázok svojho milovaného alebo milovaných,
you're forbidden
ale tu ti to je zakázané.
to have pictures of God.
Mať obrázky Boha.
We'll say that sensibly.
To-
Graven images. As the
Nejaké
Bible
tie
talks about it.
modly.
We're not saying pictures of Jesus in children's books are bad.
Nemyslíme teraz obrázky Pána Ježiša v detských knižkách.
This one,
Toto,
you're in love with somebody,
keď niekoho ľúbiš,
you carry a memento,
uh,
a token, a lock of hair, maybe a piece of their clothing,
dáte mu nejaký
Whatever
kúsok, ktorý môže nosiť stále so sebou, aby
expression of love you
na
would
vás
have
mohol
that would
myslieť
help you
niečo,
to
čo je
remember
vaše.
them.
Kúsok oblečenia, kúsok vlasov.
Yeah, so we could have a lock of hair.
Takže tu na je to
Then-
dovolené.
If I showed you my secret,
Ukážem vám moje tajomstvo.
what color is Jesus' hair?
Aké farby má Pán Ježiš vlasy?
Come on. Wait,
Biele.
this is my lucky charm. This is 2,000 years old.
Už to má 2000
You could
rokov.
feel it. Get close to God. It's forbidden here.
Tuto je to zakázané na tejto strane.
It's like, okay? Yes. So what we can do here
Čo môžeme robiť tu?
as tokens of love,
Mať ako keby také
You
nejaké
cannot do
pamiatky
here.
jeden na druhého. Túto to nemôžeme
because
robiť.
they become evil.
Tu je to zlé.
So it's different rules.
To sú rôzne pravidlá.
Now these ones
Na tejto strane
are specific to God,
tie sú špeciálne
and you
týkajúce
have
sa
to be
Boha.
taught them.
A musíme sa ich učiť.
And if you look at the 4
Keď
commandments,
sa pozrieme na tie 4 prikázania,
you'll see that they don't come naturally.
uvidíme, že oni sa nedejú nejak prirodzene pre nás.
Why? It's not natural to worship God on Saturday.
Prečo to nie je prirodzené Boha uctievať v sobotu?
Why pick Saturday?
Prečo
From
Prečo si
sunset to
vybrať
sunrise?
práve sobotu od západu po
That wouldn't be a right way
západ?
to do it, would it?
To,
If you're a normal person, how would you do it?
keby ste boli nejaký obyčajný, normálny človek, ako by ste to robili?
Forget the day.
Zabudnite
No,
teraz
we'll
na
go with the
ten
day.
deň,
Which
ale
day would you choose?
ktorý deň by sme si vybrali?
Why?
Nedelu? Prečo?
Number?
Because everybody else does it.
Lebo
Oh,
každý
if
to
you
tak
start with
robí.
a clean sheet of paper.
Also wenn du mit einem klaren
Predstav si, že si
Where
biely
should you put God in
papier.
your life?
Wo tust du Gott in dein Leben?
First,
Zuerst,
I'd put him at number 1.
ich tue ihn auf Stelle von Nummer 1.
Because by the time I get to the end of the week, I'm tired.
Denn mit der Zeit
Ja by som to dal, oddych dal na
So I'd go
prvý
and give him the
na prvý
best
deň,
day, best energy.
kedy mám najlepšiu energiu.
First day of the week.
Prvý deň v týždni.
Then,
Potom,
when should we wake up? Do we wake up?
kedy sa zobudíme?
Sunrise.
Keď
So you want
vychádza
to begin the
slnko.
day at sunrise, wouldn't you?
Tam by sme tomu dali začiatok.
It's all backward.
Všetko je to naopak.
Sure. So you'd only have half a day.
Also dann hat er nur einen halben Tag.
So it'd be all crazy, wouldn't it? So we give him the worst day
Dostaneme
and
ten
we
najhorší
say,
deň.
okay, we're going to honor you and then go to bed straight away.
Povieme, budeme ťa chváliť a potom pôjdeme hneď do postele.
It's all wrong.
Celé je to
If
zlé.
you really think about it, you wouldn't do that.
Takto by sme to prirodzene nerobili.
If you were going to design some rules,
Keď my by sme mali navrhnúť nejaké pravidlá,
if I said, I want you all to pay attention to me,
keby som povedal, chcem, aby ste všetci ma vnímali a dávali
we call
pozor,
it worship.
nazveme to uctievanie.
So I want your best energy at the beginning,
Chcem, aby ste mali najlepšiu energiu, bude to na začiatku.
and we start the day when you're attentive,
Začneme deň vtedy, keď ste pozorní,
not when you're exhausted
nie keď ste unavení
and about to go to sleep.
a chcete ísť spať.
So this is why you need commandments,
Preto potrebujeme prikázania,
because they're counterintuitive.
lebo oni sú ako protiintuitívne. Akoby.
Remember, you
Pamätajte,
love this person,
tuto,
so you keep that treasured item that they gave you.
keď miluješ niekoho, tak to, čo ti darovali, si ich strážiš, držíš.
Does it make sense now
Dáva zmysel teraz?
why the Catholic Church has relics?
Prečo katolická cirkev má tie relikvie?
Because we say relics are evil.
My hovoríme, to je zlé.
How can they be evil?
A
The splinter from the cross,
oni veria, že to sú nejaké časti
that
z
treasured
kríža.
item.
To je pre nich poklad.
It can bring you so close to Christ, can't it?
Veď to nás môže priviesť blízko ku
And we would
Kristovi.
mock people for doing
My
that.
si z ľudí robíme kvôli tomu srandu.
And the people who would mock them
A ľudia, ktorí si robia srandu,
because they had the steps from Jerusalem that got transported to Italy,
majú tam nejaké schody z Jeruzalema, ktoré previezli do Talianska
and they say that's silly.
a hovoria, že však to je hlúposť.
We, the same people who criticize them, have a picture of our children in our pocket.
My, tí ľudia, ktorých kritizujeme, nosíme si obrázky našich detí vo vrecku.
Take it out and you worship your child,
Si to vyťahneme a uctievame svoje dieťa.
and then we put it away and we laugh at Catholics for doing the
A
same
potom
thing.
to odložíme a smejeme sa na katolíkoch.
So all I want us to see,
To len chcem, aby sme videli,
when we talk about morality,
že keď hovoríme o morálke,
God has purposely
Boh zámerne
cut his rules in half.
rozdelil tie svoje pravidla na polovicu.
Human beings are so much trouble, he gives us 50% more.
Ľudské bytosti majú toľko problémov, že nám dal o
These ones are
50%
intuitive.
viac. Tieto sú intuitívne.
Yeah, intuitive. You don't need anybody to tell you.
Nepotrebujeme, aby nám niekto hovoril.
These ones,
Ale tieto
you need explicit instructions.
potrebujú presné inštrukcie.
So this is morality.
To je morálka.
An Adventist,
Adventista,
because we're clever people,
my sme múdri ľudia.
what do?
Čo spravíme?
We want to put them back together.
My ich chceme dať zase dokopy
And the connection
a to prepojenie
is the fourth.
je štvrté
We're going to make it
prikázanie.
here, where
Dávame
it
ho
properly
sem,
belongs,
kde patrí.
and here.
A dávame ho aj sem.
We're going to, obviously it's part of worshipping God.
Samozrejme je to súčasťou uctievania Boha.
I've already explained it so strange.
To som už vysvetlil,
Wrong day,
že je to
wrong start.
zvláštne. Zlý začiatok, zlý deň.
You sleep for most of it.
Väčšinu z toho prespíš.
Some of us are.
Niektorí z nás nie.
Is that right, Sister Shemaine?
Však, Šimena.
Yeah. And what we do is we cleverly bring it over to this side as well.
A veľmi múdro to prinášame aj na túto stranu.
How do we do that?
Ako to robíme?
We discussed it in class, just refreshing.
Hovorili sme o tom.
Who wants to have a go? Brother Jonathan.
Jonathan?
It's this herd effect.
Excellent. The
davový
herd
efekt.
effect. Just like vaccination.
Ako vakcinácia.
Explain a little bit.
Vysvetli to.
We'll put that down, the herd effect.
Napíšem to sem, dávový efekt.
So when everybody does something and somebody goes against this habit,
Keď niekto niečo spraví,
then
tak keď všetci niečo
they give you a
robia,
hard time.
If you don't follow society,
Ak
you put it at risk.
ak nenasleduješ spoločnosť, si v risku. Riskuješ.
Everybody
Každý
should care about their neighbor.
sa stará o svojho bližného.
It's utterly selfish
Je to sebecké,
if they say
keď povedia,
everyone doesn't work on Sunday,
že nikto nebude pracovať v nedeľu.
period. And you say,
A vy poviete,
I don't want to work on Saturday
ja
either
nechcem pracovať ani v sobotu.
because I've got some religious belief.
To je kvôli
So
mojej
you're
viere.
at your house, and you look out the window, everybody's working, and you're sitting there relaxing.
Všetci sa na teba pozerajú a ty budeš oddychovať.
It's selfishness.
Je to sebectvo.
That's how we explain the subject of the Sabbath.
Tak sme vysvetlili tú vec o sobote.
Okay, so this is the explanation that we had about morality.
Toto je to vysvetlenie, čo sme mali o morálke.
And what we want to do
Čo chceme spraviť,
is try to come up with an understanding of prophecy,
je pokúsiť sa prísť s porozumením proroctva.
because we're experts on prophecy.
Na to sme experti.
Elder Jeff would call us students of prophecy.
Brat Jeff nás nazýva študenti proroctva.
So we want to discuss what prophecy
A
is.
chceme hovoriť o tom, čo je proroctvo.
I have a question
Mám otázku
about the Sabbath issue
o tej sobotnej,
herd effect.
o sobotnej téme.
So would you somebody recommend to work on Sabbath
Takže by si
because
niekomu,
everybody does it in the company?
niekomu odporúčal pracovať v sobotu?
So are you asking me?
Ty sa pýtaš mňa?
What are you asking me?
Čo sa ma pýtaš?
Would you recommend somebody to work on Sabbath?
Či by si niekomu odporúčal pracovať v sobotu?
Because the boss says everybody does it,
Lebo šéf
so you
povie,
have to do it as well.
všetci to robia, tak teda budem aj
So
ja.
the argument,
Argument
the herd effect argument that you
toho
explained,
davového efektu
Is the argument that your boss will use.
je, ktorý použije tvoj šéf.
And we say,
A my povieme,
we don't care.
nám to je jedno.
Call us any name you want to.
Môžete nás nazvať čím chcete.
We will not listen.
My nebudeme počúvať.
Whatever the socialistic arguments are, we are not interested in.
Akýkoľvek tento sociálny argument bude, nás to nezaujíma.
So they will call us selfish.
A oni povedia, že sme sebeckí.
We've spoken about the weaponization of ideas and thoughts.
My sme hovorili o tej zbrani tých myšlienok a názorov.
So what weaponizes this
A to, čo tomu dáva zbraň,
is the curse.
je tá kliatba.
The curse makes this all the more serious.
Tá to robí celé oveľa
Because they're not just saying,
vážnejším.
let's just take Sunday off and no other day.
Tu sa nehovorí iba, že zoberme si
Why do they want the day
voľno
off?
v nedeľu a žiaden iný deň.
Whether you go to the newspapers today
Keď idete dneska do novín
and extrapolate, I don't know, extrapolate. What's that in German? Extrapolate. Extract, yeah. Is the word there come? Extrapolate. It's not a word. Do you say? Extrapolate. E-X-T-R. Don't ask me how to spell. Extrapolate. That's it. Extrapoleren. There you go.
Ja neviem vôbec, čo za slovo použil.
I don't know. I'm not German, am I? Yeah, that sounds good. So, I've even lost the point now. Dear, well, yeah, no idea. So, this is not just taking this idea
Toto nie je
and we do what we want.
tá myšlienka, že si robíme, čo chceme.
This idea gets weaponized.
Má to za sebou určitú zbraň.
And what that means, or what I mean by
Čo
that,
tým ja myslím,
is that there's a crisis.
je, že je kríza.
There's one that's given that we can see in the world,
Jedno vidíme vo svete
and there's one that's given in inspiration.
a jedno vidíme v inšpirácii.
We have an idea today
Máme dnes určitú
what it might
myšlienku
be,
toho, ako to môže
and we
vyzerať
can extrapolate,
a vyťahneme to stade.
which means what? So, what I mean by that,
Čo tým chcem povedať?
so let me give the example.
Dám vám príklad.
Climate change.
Klimatické
So we see
zmeny.
a climate change problem,
Vidíme, že sa dejú klimatické
an
zmeny.
issue.
Je to veľký problém.
I'm going to say the word again, I'm sorry. We're going to extrapolate that.
To vyťahneme.
We're going to get that concept and we're going to project it to have some kind of meaning.
Vezmeme ten koncept a budeme z toho robiť nejaký význam, že
So what we're going to do with the climate change issue,
čo budeme robiť s problémom klimatickej zmeny.
with respect to this?
Make it affect everybody. Make it seem like it affects everybody.
Sure.
Čiže
We would say it like this.
povieme,
The Pope
pápež
will take
vezme
climate change
problém klimatickej
Finish
zmeny
And make everybody feel like they need to do something about it so they keep Sunday.
Good.
a povie, že musíme s tým niečo urobiť, budeme
So
dodržiavať sobotu,
we're going to get
nedeľu.
climate change,
Vezmeme klimatickú
which
zmenu,
you'll see today.
ktorú dnes vidíme,
We stretch that,
natiahneme to
extrapolate. And then we're going to say the Pope will use this
a povieme, že
issue,
pápež to použije,
this social issue,
tento sociálny problém,
to introduce a Sunday law.
aby zaviedol nedeľný zákon.
And then,
A potom,
if we don't follow,
ak nebudeme nasledovať,
what will they say about us?
čo o nás povedia?
We're selfish.
Že sme sebeckí.
We should save the trees for our
Veď
children.
mali by sme sa snažiť zachrániť planetu pre naše deti.
And our bad behavior,
A naše zlé správanie,
because we put a plastic bottle in the compost pile,
lebo sme dali plastickú fľašu do kompostu,
is going to cause a drought in Africa.
spôsobí sucho v Afrike.
And we should be considerate of our fellow beings.
A my by sme mali rozmýšľať o tom, ako sa chováme k bližným.
The reason we believe that
A dôvod,
model
prečo tomu takejto logike veríme,
is because Ellen White says what?
Ellen Whiteová hovorí čo?
Paraphrasing.
Keď to parafrazujeme.
There'll be a political mess,
Že bude politický chaos,
political problems,
problémy,
and there'll be natural disasters,
prírodné katastrofy.
and these will combine
Tieto sa skombinujú,
to create an environment
aby vytvorili prostredie,
that people will see as the curse of God.
ktoré budú ľudia vidieť ako kliatbu od
And
Boha.
therefore we have to please him
a budú ho chcieť utišiť, ten
by
jeho hnev,
worshiping him on the Sabbath, Sunday.
a budú ho chcieť uctievať nedelu.
And you see how that prophetic version
A vidíme, ako táto prorocká verzia
and the climate change version that we talk about merge together.
a tá verzia tej klimatickej zmeny, že to spájame dokopy.
So that's how we can describe this.
Tak toto môžeme popísať.
And we would say,
A my povieme,
we don't care about our boss's opinion
nám to je jedno, čo hovorí náš šéf,
because we would rather honor God than honor man.
lebo chceme radšej uctievať Boha ako človeka.
Death before dishonor. So the herd effect argument is not one that we use.
Takže ten argument toho dávu nie je ten, ktorý používame my,
It's the one we fight against.
ale ten, proti ktorému bojujeme.
So that should be answering Brother Jonathan's
To by
question.
mala byť odpoveď na tú Jonatánovú otázku.
Any questions on what we've looked at with respect to morality?
Ešte nejaké otázky ohľadne morálky na to, čo sme sa pozerali?
We've had hopefully a reasonable attempt at looking what morality is.
Dúfam, že sme mali rozumný pohľad na to, čo je morálka.
We looked at the definition,
Pozreli sme sa na tú definíciu
saw its relationship to conscience,
a aký má vzťah ku svedomiu.
see how the governments of the world behave and why they behave that way.
Videli sme, ako sa správajú vlády sveta a prečo.
Spoke about relationships,
Hovorili sme o vzťahoch,
how it can be between God and humans,
ako je to voči Bohu a medzi ľuďmi.
and then went to the commandments
A potom sme išli k prikázaniam
and saw that these ones,
a videli sme, že tieto,
in fact, you don't even need commandments really,
na to by sme ako keby aj nepotrebovali prikázania.
because we all know how we should treat one
My
another.
rozumieme, ako sa máme jeden k druhému chovať,
We don't know how to treat God
ale
properly.
nevieme, ako sa chovať k Bohu.
So you need commandments here,
Potrebujeme tieto prikázania.
but everybody understands this. It's the golden rule.
Tomuto všetci rozumejú, to je to zlaté pravidlo.
Then we take this fourth commandment
Keď vezmeme to štvrté
and we
prikázanie
try to make it span both sides of
a my
this
sa
issue.
snažíme ho rozťahnuť na obidve strany.
So that's a quick review of what morality is.
To je také rýchle zhrnutie toho, čo je morálka.
So if you have an opportunity
Keď budete mať možnosť,
from now till tomorrow,
od teraz do zajtra,
try and look at definitions of prophecy.
skúste sa pozrieť, aká je definícia proroctva.
Of course, we're already given one,
Už sme jednu dali,
so look at that.
pozrite sa na to.
The reference was what?
Nachádzalo sa to kde?
Second selected messages, page 102.
2 SM 102.
See if you can find some others,
A skúste nájsť aj niečo iné.
and we'll try and get a good definition of prophecy.
Nájdeme nejakú dobrú definíciu proroctva.
Brother Jonathan.
Jonathan,
Can you say in one sentence
môžeš jednou vetou
what
povedať,
morality is?
čo je to morálka?
Morality
Moral
is
is
our behavior
Morálka je naše správanie
towards our fellow humans and God.
voči ľuďom a voči Bohu.
Full stop.
Bodka.
Whether we behave good or whether we behave
Či
bad.
sa správame dobre alebo zle.
Let's pray.
Poďme sa pomodliť.
Heavenly Father,
Drahý nebeský Oče,
help us to understand morality in a